I'm Krystle. I've loved dolls my whole life. I collect everything from porcelain to cloth, American Girl, neonates, and real care dolls. But my favorite is to collect and make reborn dolls. There's Chloe, Grace, Jeremy, Maya, Yuki, Savannah, Zoe, Haley, Landon, Maisie, and Joshua. It isn't easy keeping up with my collection, but it sure is a lot of fun. Hi guys, happy belated Valentine's Day. I wanted to get this video out on the weekend, but just didn't get a chance to because I was getting things finalized with the whole job interview process, and I don't know if I've announced it on video yet, but I did get the job, thankfully. There was a couple of discrepancies at first with the contract I sent them, and it was mainly because they are still sort of new to Canada, and they didn't realize some of the laws regarding part-time employees. So there were certain things that they weren't originally wanting to agree with on the contract, things that legally need to be provided to all employees, whether part-time or full-time. So there were a couple of other parts on the contract that are sort of nanny industry standards, but not specifically under like law, like Ontario employment laws, but they're just like benefits that are standard in the nanny industry. So there were certain like the main one being guaranteed hours, which is one thing that is like non-negotiable for me, because it's something that like my first few nanny jobs was like automatically offered to me. And like my first few nanny jobs, I really didn't know a lot about nannying or what the standards were and stuff like that. But, you know, I was sort of presented with the same things for the first few families. Like they just sort of gave me these things. So then I had like a family that like was going to give me something like completely different, and it was like horrible. It was like, you know, anytime they were going to not need me or be on vacation, I wouldn't be paid. And it's like, well, you can't expect me to go for like 3 weeks without pay. Hi, buddy. You know, it's just not feasible for me. I have bills to pay, right, buddy? So, you know, I have since learned that, you know, guaranteed hours is one of the #1 standards in the nanny industry, because you need to have like a guaranteed income. So guaranteed hours means like the original hours that they set out for me per week is what I will have to be paid for regardless of whether they need me or not. And it's sort of like the equivalent to working in a daycare setting. So when parents enroll their children in daycares, they pay for that entire month of daycare up front, and they pay for every day of the month. Well, I mean like Monday through Friday, obviously, not the weekends. But they pay for the entire month up front, whether their kid comes in or not. So, you know, even if their kid stays home sick, or they go away on vacation, or there's a stat holiday or whatever, they're paying for the entire month. So, it's basically the same thing with nannying. It's like instead of saving a spot for their child in a daycare center, they are reserving me to be available for them during those hours, those set hours. And then, you know, if they need me to work any like extra hours past the guaranteed hours, like obviously I get extra pay on that. But it's like, okay, like we're going to guarantee you X amount of hours a week, and whether they have me come in or not for those days, like they still have to pay. So that's one thing that I will I've learned about, and I will never it's like a non-negotiable for me. So like if a family is not willing to provide the guaranteed hours, then I will not Like, I will not work for them. I will not accept the job. But there was a couple of other things that I tried to add to my contract. Things that I've learned about in being in nanny forums. Things that both part-time and full-time nannies receive from families. And I just thought I would try to get them. But they weren't like the guaranteed hours. Like, they weren't non-negotiables for me. It was something I was willing to negotiate on. So yeah, you know, like, I tried to get those things, but it wasn't a big deal if they weren't willing to provide them. So I was flexible on those things. If, you know, the things that they had that they weren't really willing to do, I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, I am willing to negotiate on that, because as it turns out, they vacation like 5 to 6 weeks out of the year. So like those 5 to 6 weeks, I'll be getting off with pay because of the guaranteed hours. So it was kind of like, you know what, like, that's a lot more than most families I've worked for go away. So I was willing to negotiate on some of these other things. So that was fine. Like, I negotiated on those, but then I was like, you know, these other things are legally required under the Ontario Employment Act. And I sent them links to the government site where it states it and it explains it. And so they were like, okay, like, you know, sorry about that. We, you know, we're still kind of new to Canada and we didn't realize it. So everything was sorted out with that, and they offered me the job. So anyways, I got the job, so it's great. So I started yesterday. Yesterday was my first day. Now, usually my schedule will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But since things were like a little last minute with me starting this week, they just asked that I come in yesterday and then Friday this week. So I'm just 2 days this week, and Fridays are half day. So I work 2.5 days a week. And yeah, so I had a really good first day. It actually went by super fast. It's a 7-hour day, which is, it was kind of nice, because with Margaret and Annie, I was working 9-hour days. And it wasn't that bad, because I mean, we were in a routine, and I had Annie pretty much by herself for most of the day. And of course, she still napped in the afternoon. So I had a bit of a break before I had to wake her up and go pick up Margaret from school. But yeah, so it's 2 7-hour days and a 5-hour day. So it's pretty nice. And yeah, so like, my first day was amazing. It went by so fast. I don't know. I mean, it's a little boy I'm with now. He just turned 1 like a week ago, I think. So basically, you know, just about the age that my last nanny child was when I started working with her. So yeah, pretty much the same age, 1 year old. And he was napping when I got there. So it gave the mom and I about an hour so that she could kind of go over everything with me, go over the routine and show me where everything is. So that was great. And then we kind of, you know, finalized the contract, got that all signed. And then when he woke up, I don't know if he remembered me from the meeting last week. I think it was last week that I went to the meeting. I think. My brain. Yeah, it was. It was last week that I met with them, I think. Gosh, I don't know. I feel like February has flown by and I'm losing track of like the days. I don't know. It just has flown by. So anyways, I don't know if he remembered me from the meeting or what, but he seemed really like comfortable with me right away. So I played with him for about a half hour, just the two of us. And then his mom took us, like walked me just to show me where the drop-in center is. And oh my gosh, guys, the drop-in center, it's so close. It's amazing. I am so happy about it. Like, it's literally, I would say no more than a 5-minute walk, if even that. If even that. Probably like, I think it was about a 5-minute walk yesterday because there was snow and ice and I had my big clunky boots. But once it's like, the nice spring, summer weather, I'm sure I could walk it in less than 5 minutes. It's amazing. Whereas like, I think when I used to take Margaret and Annie to the drop-in center, it was about a 10-minute walk or so. Or maybe like a 15-minute walk. It was like 10 to 15 minutes. So, yeah, so this is like super duper close. It's great. So she took us over there to show me where it is, and we spent about an hour there, and his mom left me alone with him at the drop-in while she went and ran some errands. So, it's that transition period right now. So then she came back, and he did great being alone with me. He like didn't even notice mom was gone. So we had fun at the drop-in. It was sort of like the last hour of the drop-in, so there was only like one other kid in the room with us. But it was still fun. There was like lots to do in the room, lots of activities set up. And then we came back to their house for lunch, and then once he had lunch, he slept from like 2 until almost 4, and his mom decided to again leave during nap time because she had a client to meet with. And yeah, so I was a little, it's always a little concerning because, like, mom put him to bed and then he's going to wake up to, like, me, who he's just getting to know. So I wasn't sure how he was going to react to that. But to my pleasant surprise, he didn't wake up crying. He was just sort of playing in his crib, and I just happened to like, and his mom told me that a lot of times he'll do that. Like a lot of times he won't really make any sounds. So you just kind of have to like keep looking at the monitor, and then you might see him like awake and you won't even realize it. So he was just playing in his crib. And so I went up to get him, and he had the biggest smile on his face and was laughing. So it was really good. It went really, really well. And I brought him downstairs, gave him a snack. And then it's awesome. They have Alexa, which Margaret and Annie used to have Alexa as well. Or they have Alexa, I should say. And I love it because I can just like tell it to play whatever music I want. So I was like, of course, play Sharon, Lois, and Bram because I'm obsessed. So I put that music on and he loved it. Like, Sharon, Lois, and Bram is literally the best kids music ever. It is the best, the best. And I have not met a kid yet that doesn't go crazy when I put Sharon, Lois, and Bram on. So we listened to Sharon, Lois, and Bram, and then we read some books, and then his mom came home, and then it was time for me to go home. Like, the day just like flew by. It was great. And he seems to be a really, so far anyway, seems to be a pretty easygoing baby. So yeah, it went really well. The mom is like super duper nice, and we are on the same page with a lot of childcare related stuff, which is fantastic. I love that we have sort of like the same philosophy in child rearing and stuff. So that helps. It's a big help. So yeah, it just sort of took like the anxiety off my shoulders. I felt very comfortable. So it's good. So looking forward to Friday, and I'm looking forward to, hopefully we'll get some better weather coming in the weeks ahead, since it's almost March, because oh my gosh, like February is always the worst month in Toronto. And honestly, we've had a pretty good winter. We really have. It's actually been mild for the most part, and we haven't had a lot of snow this year, but we did have a big snowstorm like a week or two ago, I think it was, and it's still hasn't totally melted, and it's actually snowing again right now. And over the next couple of days, the temperature is supposed to drop big time. Like yesterday it was 5, which for us is mild. That's 5 degrees Celsius. It was mild. And so it was actually really nice, like walking outside. But by the time I went home, I could tell that the temperature was already dropping. The wind had really picked up. And now it's snowing today, and it's supposed to be cold the next couple of days, like super, like in the minus. So I'm just ready for spring, especially starting a new job. It's like I want to have that nice weather to get out and walk and do stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. But anyways, so that's the big update. I got the job. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. I don't have to worry about money and our bills. So it worked out. Like, I don't know. I always say that I always seem to find the job that I need, like, in the nick of time. God definitely provides when you need it the most. Like, we were lucky to get money from Christmas that has basically brought us to the end of February. Like, it covered our bills for January and February. And lo and behold, right at the end of February, I find a new job. So it's perfect timing. So we won't have to worry and try and figure everything out. So it's good. I'm happy. My mom also nannies in the same area that I am going to be nannying, which is really cool because when I used to take care of Jeremy, she worked, I think it was like 3 streets over from Jeremy. So sometimes we would get together for play dates. Now, the children she's looking after are school aged. So I don't know, I'm thinking, and I think it's like their parents are teachers. So I don't know that I'll be able to do play dates with my mom because the kids are in school all day. I mean, unless we met up at the park after school. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work out, but I thought it would be cool if we could, but I think, like, most of the time I don't think my mom is working on, I guess she works on PA days because the teachers have to go to work on PA days. It's professional development days. Yeah. So I guess there's that. So PA days, we could probably coordinate like a play date, which would be cool. But March break, summer vacation, all that kind of stuff, she's off because the parents are off. So, yeah, so I guess in that sense, we have limited days, but there's the possibility, like I said, the PA days. So that'll be cool. Cause she's not too far. I think she's about 10 minutes away from where I will be working, 10-15 minutes away. So we could, like I could walk there or hop on a bus and meet up, and do play dates. Which the new family I'm working for is totally cool with, because I actually mentioned like how my mom works in the area. So, they were totally like, oh, you could like have play dates. And then, I explained like that they're school age, but still like we could do play dates. So yeah. it all worked out. Everything worked out. And it always seems to be that way. And also, like, during the time, you know, between December and now, where I was looking for work, I had, you know, I don't know if I mentioned it to you guys, but I had an opportunity to babysit Jeremy. And for those who don't know, Jeremy was a little boy that I nannied from the time he was 3 weeks old till he was 18 months old. And I visited him. I babysat him one time after that. And I visited him like 2 or 3 times after that. So I think the last time I actually saw him, he was 2.5 years old. And he is now 6 years old and in grade 1. So it was absolutely crazy to babysit him and see him like after all these years. It was great. It was really good. So I had a night of babysitting, got some money that way. And it's funny because my mom was actually supposed to babysit him. And she had an injury, which that's not funny, but she had a really bad injury to her toe. And so she asked me if I would want to babysit him. And I was like, oh yeah, for sure. So that was great. And then I sold some stuff on Facebook. And then I also, like I said, I got paid for the visit with the current family. So I've had little bits of money come in along the way, which has been a great help. So that's been awesome. I sold some clothes at Once Upon a Child and got some money for that. So it's been really, like, you know, little things happening here and there along the way to kind of help us along until I found that next job. So yay. Anyways, that is the update. And I just wanted to come on to tell you about it and then show you that I've dressed all my American girls for Valentine's Day and in a belated Valentine's Day video. I never got a chance to get my reborns dressed for Valentine's Day. I just have Maya in the heart sleeper, and I did put Joshua in his new Valentine outfit, but that was it. That's as far as I got. I kind of wanted to focus on my American girls this year because they've sort of been neglected other than me dressing them at Christmas. That was like the first time I had changed them in like, oh, I don't even know. It was like months. So I thought, you know what, for this year, I really wanted to like make sure I got my American Girls dress. So let's go through them. So here is Grace, and she is wearing an outfit from her collection. I forget what it's called. I think it's her sightseeing outfit or her city outfit or something. So it's a really cute red sweater thing that has like a faux shirt underneath with a collar, and it comes with this cute little pink and red hairband, black shorts, and little ballerina flats. And then I put her little Eiffel Tower earrings in. I feel like a lot of my American girls are underdressed for the current weather. Like, there's no way I'd wear shorts in this weather, but it is what it is. Her shirt says love with a heart, so I thought it was appropriate for Valentine's Day. Willa is in this outfit I got on Etsy. It's a cute pink sweatshirt that has like a dog face on it, and instead of a spot around the eye, it's a heart. And then she's got this cute little black skirt with pink hearts on it, and I gave her these cute little pink shoes. Leah, let's move, whoops. I dropped my llama from Nicole. Okay, so Leah is wearing this pink tank top that says, listen to your heart. And it's got like a glittery heart with headphones. And then I paired it with these cute white pants that have little flowers on them. I don't know if I'm gonna have to move Willa so you can see the flowers. And then I used these like pink cat shoes that I got at the Mall of America. They are our Generation brand shoes. Excuse me. And then Gabby and Kendall are matching, matchy-matchy sisters. So their shirts are from Etsy. and they're just red t-shirts with XOXO, but the O's are hearts and they're sparkly. Gabby's wearing a red headband that I got off of Etsy, and they both have jeans. Now these are, I think, official American Girl jeans, and Kendall's are from Etsy, I believe. I gave her little red Mary Janes to go with it, and Gabby is wearing these sparkly shoes that I believe are from Tenny's collection. Then we have beautiful Blair, Miss Blair with her beautiful hair. That rhymed, no intention. She's got a white dress with little bears and hearts and roses, and it says bear hugs. And she has red leggings that came with it. So I believe I got this outfit from the London Doll Show from someone that makes American Girl clothes. I don't know if it was Eden or someone else, but it's super cute. And then I paired it with these cute little Mary Janes, and these are just like an off-brand doll shoe. I think I probably got them at the London Doll Show as well. Let's move up. We've got Julie, and she is wearing an outfit from Etsy as well. I believe it's from Elite Doll World, one of my favorite homemade doll clothes shops. Red shirt, white pants with little hearts down one leg, and then I believe these shoes came from the London Doll Show. Then we've got Miss Mary Ellen. I've put her hair back into her ponytail, and she has this cute plaid kind of apron dress that goes over this puffed sleeve shirt with a little heart and like little ruffles. I felt like it was pretty close to being like 50s style for her. This I got at the London Doll Show from Eden, and I believe the shoes are also from Eden. So homemade outfit again. Nene is wearing an official American Girl outfit. Oh, her necklace got shifted. There. So it's just like a pink spaghetti strap dress that has hearts at the bottom, comes with a heart choker necklace, and then these pink sandals, which again, like sandals in February is a big no-no in Canada, but it is what it is. I'm channeling spring and summer weather. How about that? And then I did decide to, I'm going to bring her down. I decided to finally change Naji out of her original outfit. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. So I put her in this adorable heart spaghetti strap dress and these cute little Mary Jane shoes. I got the dress off of Etsy, I believe. And I think the shoes were from Eden's booth at the doll show. So she looks adorable. Kit is still in her Christmas dress just because I ran out of Valentine's outfits, and it's red. So it's like Valentine's Day color. So I left her in that. And then Josefina, I put in this homemade dress, and I believe this came from Eden's booth. It's super cute because it has this cute little pocket that's a heart. I love it. It's very good quality for a homemade outfit, and then comes with this cute little knitted beret and these little satin red shoes and tights. So she's styling there. And then moving over here, I've got Bella, and she's in an American Girl outfit. It's pink, says love, and the shoes again, they're sandals, but I don't know, like American Girl seems to love to put out these kinds of outfits. Like they never seem to do Valentine outfits that are actually something you would wear in February. Like, it's like they don't take into consideration countries or cities that are still in, like, the thick of winter in February. And then we have Kiara, and she is still in the same dress she was for Christmas as well, just because it is pink. So I feel like it can go for both Christmas and Valentine's Day. I mean, I think it's actually more Valentine's Day, but it's called the Celebration dress, and it came out for Christmas one year, so so she hasn't changed out of that, but it's really pretty. I love the little purse it comes with, and the headband and the shoes. And then we have Kanani, my newest girl, and she's in this American Girl dress. It's got pink hearts all over it, and it is it's a spaghetti strap as well, and it comes with red sandals and this cute little heart bracelet. So I just thought I would put her in the spaghetti strap dress because she is Hawaiian, so it kind of made sense. And yeah, so that's everyone dressed for Valentine's Day, and I hope you enjoyed seeing them all. And yeah, so that's all that I have to update you guys on for now, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!